Hey everyone, Zack Hample here, back in Chicago at Guaranteed Rate Field for the second time this season. I was here in April when it was freezing, trying to catch Bobby Witt Jr.'s first career home run, and I failed. Well, he failed at the time to hit it, and now I'm back, the weather's perfect, and there's another special reason that brings me back to Chicago. Today is a Watch with Zack game. I have two special guests. Gentlemen, come on in here. Everybody say hello to Fernando and Fernando. That's right, double Fernando action. What's up? How we doing?
Pretty good.
So, you guys live where?
Houston, Texas.
And you flew here today just to hang out.
Correct.
And you woke up at what time?
4 a.m.
And got how much sleep?
About 2 hours.
Wow. Well, I was going to complain about the lack of sleep that I got. Let me just show you quickly what happened at my hotel last night in Arlington, Texas, with my early morning flight scheduled here to Chicago. Ready for this? So this is my hotel room right now. Oh, that is not good. So yeah, if we all have bags under our eyes today, congrats for noticing the obvious, but it's gonna be a great time. The Baltimore Orioles are here. That's why I'm wearing orange. You have an Orioles hat, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get some toss-ups from them. Very friendly team. And then during the game, well, we're in a cool spot. It'll be a surprise, but for right now, this place is gonna open, so let's get inside. And here we go, down into the left center field bleachers. First order of business was pulling out my cup trick because, well, there was a baseball down in the gap and it should have been easy for me to snag it, but look how I messed it up. Yeah, I knocked it underneath the wall, and unfortunately, I screwed it up much worse in just a bit, so you'll see that, but this was an employee who offered me a ball, and I was like, no, give it to my dude. So that's Fernando's hand right there receiving it, and we were on the board. And now here's where I really screwed it up, and just listen to how distraught I was. Ready? Oh no! Yeah, that really sucked. So after that, I was like, enough with the cup trick. I put it down on the bench and then tried to find a good spot with Fernando. Now check this out. We're just talking strategy there. You're gonna see first base coach Anthony Sanders hitting a fungo to me. That went over my head and I was able to grab it in the benches. He is so cool. And you're gonna see me toss this ball to Fernando and then nearly trip and fall on my face. There's the trip right there. Watch out for that step. It's a killer. So here's Coach Sanders getting another ball. He wanted to see me catch a fungo on the fly. He is truly a master of fungos. Look at this accuracy. Right to me. I mean, I deserve no credit for that. I guess the sun was in my eyes a bit, but he's the man. And there's the baseball for Fernando. Now, the Orioles have lots of right-handed power, so left field is a great place to be for them, unless, of course, you're in Baltimore, where the left field wall is like 14 miles from home plate. But here in Chicago, Fernando and I were still trying to find the best spot. And I'm just circling that guy in red because he tossed a ball into the crowd. The Orioles were being generous, and all kinds of weird stuff is happening here. The dude in orange was oblivious to the toss-up. He's running right past. The guy in the white jersey who caught it is like, what in the world? But it turns out that a home run was hit, so a couple of us were chasing it. I'm freezing it right here. That's me. And unfortunately, a security guard grabbed it, and if he hadn't, I definitely would have been the one to pick up that baseball. Here are a few of the Orioles up close, and I just got to point out Ben Carhart wearing orange. He's the bullpen catcher and super friendly. And the kid looking back at him, that's Colton Hyde, whose father, Brandon, is the manager of the Orioles. Here's Colton scooping one up in center field and chucking it to the fans. So yeah, just everybody was being amazing. Once again, with Fernando, we're still moving around trying to find the best spot. This ball was launched out to left field, so we took off running for it. It landed in the empty seats, but unfortunately we did not get that one. But check out this action that followed right after, a toss-up that kind of randomly flew over me and ricocheted perfectly back in my direction, so it was fun to snag that one. And I just gotta shout out this dude on the warning track wearing shorts. You're gonna see a closer look at him in just a moment. There he is, Troy Sanders, the son of Coach Anthony Sanders. Troy is awesome, watches these videos, so what's going on, Troy? Meanwhile, this was a toss-up from Colton that landed down in the gap. So it was tucked a little bit underneath me, so hard to get the cup to go over it, but you can see on the second try right here, I got it, and I was determined not to mess it up, so I lifted it carefully and then gave it a little boop, dropped it down just to wedge that ball more inside. So Troy had actually just thrown me a baseball. We didn't get a shot of it, so as soon as I handed this one to Fernando, you can read my lips, I was like, That's 5, I think. I actually lost track of all the balls for a moment just because things were so crazy. And check out this next exchange. Yo, Ben. Any chance this guy could get one?
Yeah.
This is my dude, Fernando.
What up, Fernando? Ben, nice to meet you.
You too. Bullpen catcher extraordinaire. So I just knew that Ben was going to hook it up, and he did, but unfortunately while he tossed Fernando a ball, I took off toward the batter's eye to get this one. It was a home run. You can see it ricocheting back toward the field, and Colton was there to grab it. That's him in the circle. He chucked it up to me, and there it is, my 6th of the day. Now everybody wanted that one, but because it was a Watch with Zack game, I was going to give it to Fernando. That's how that works. So look at this, the barehanded catch, a sign of things to come.
Oh,
barehanded. What are you, Omar Vizquel? I asked Fernando what the deal was with the barehanded catches. He said that he just wasn't that comfortable using his glove. So anyway, that was it for BP. This guard in the bullpen was walking over to pick up a baseball that I pointed out. It was tucked out of view, so he grabbed it and he was like, now who was it that asked for it? And I was like, me. So that kid's glove is blocking it, but he handed it to me right there. And then I was like, where's Fernando? Oh, right here. And I placed it into his glove. So while the grounds crew continued to do their thing, I was hanging out with a bunch of fans. You guys all want to say hi to YouTube?
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of good vibes on the south side of Chicago. And check it out, it was Pride Night at Guaranteed Rate Field. Props to this dude for sporting the Progress Pride flags. Everybody at the stadium received a t-shirt. You can see that I signed one. I actually signed a bunch. And you can see right here what the design looked like. Cool stuff. And after that, there wasn't a whole lot going on in the left field seats, so I headed up to the concourse with the Fernandos, and we decided to, wait, what's this? Fenway Chris cleaning off his camera lens in the mist machine? Yeah, anyway, we were heading through the concourse behind the batter's eye in center field, down into the seats in right center, and over toward the Orioles bullpen. So here I am with Fernando just talking about positioning and strategy. You can see the starting lineups right there. And there is baseball's #1 prospect, Adley Rutschman, getting ready to warm up the Orioles starting pitcher. Meanwhile, I found myself in a conversation with Tim Cossins, another one of the very friendly members of the Orioles coaching staff. We were talking about our crazy schedules, and in particular, I mentioned that during the offseason, I like to get as far away from baseball as I possibly can. And look at this, it's the actor from The Princess Bride. Oh no, wait a second, it's Adley Rutschman, and there's Ryan Mountcastle standing and Cedric Mullins stretching, Ben Carhart walking into the bullpen with Dean Kramer, the starter. And look at Ben hooking up my guy with another baseball. That was 3 on the day for young Fernando. So here's Dean Kramer pondering life and the surface of this spheroid, starting to get his arm loose for the game as his teammates look on. Just a really friendly bunch of guys all across this roster. Wish I could see this team even more often. There's Adley decked out in his protective gear. And when Dean Kramer was done warming up and everybody was high-fiving, as soon as that ended, look at this, I'm freezing it. That's the decorative baseball that I featured in a video from Camden Yards. And of course, this is the game where every pitcher in the bullpen takes turns throwing baseballs as close as they can to home plate. So this one banked off the fence right above the plate and plopped down right there. But look at this next one. Yeah, it ricocheted just a bit too hard, and everybody in the bullpen had a good laugh about it. There's Carhart marking up the baseball with the winner, and after this game, the Orioles tossed all the baseballs into the crowd. Here's Nick Vespi throwing up a few. So good strategy. If you see the Orioles playing this game, hang out near the bullpen and they might toss you one. You can see right here a bunch of the balls that we got, 8 in particular, because I wanted to get a photo with them with Fernando. Look for that pic on my Instagram. Fade out, fade in, and we're over behind home plate, just shaded to the first base side, getting into position in the first inning. Really cool place to watch the game and to maybe catch a foul ball. Jose Abreu right there. He is a monster. Line drive single to left field. And this next play with 2 outs, well, hey, down in front, do you mind? I'm trying to see what's going on. But yeah, it's just a routine ground out, be out at first base, and I'm going to freeze it right here. That's Ryan Mountcastle, and look what's going to happen with this ball. He chucks it into the crowd, and that's me in the orange shirt making the catch. Again, Fernando had asked me to catch it just to be sure that we got it, so that was cool to get a gamer. You can see Johnny Cueto out there doing his thing, and you can hear what was on my mind at that point. It has finally gotten quiet here, and we're in the second inning now, no score, and we have the elder Fernando there, and Fenway Chris, hello, he's very focused on his job, and down here, we have the younger Fernando. And we are on foul ball duty now, so I'm going to switch hands on this phone and put on my glove as Sebi Zavala actually does fouling off into the crowd, but not to us. So, yeah, hopefully there are some foul balls this way. They might go over our head and hit that and bounce down, so there could be some action. Get ready for it. Adley Rutschman breaking the scoreless tie. A few weeks ago, I was in Baltimore trying to catch his first career home run. Tonight, he hit his second career dinger. So that was pretty cool to see. That's the difference right now, 2-0 Orioles in the bottom of the fourth inning. And Gavin Sheets is up at bat, a lefty, so he's not going to hit a ball here, which is why I'm not even wearing my glove, and I'm talking to you guys. Wow, thank you. How is it?
Pretty good.
Orioles starter Dean Kramer is out of this game after 5 2/3 scoreless innings, and that's great to see. Last year was such a struggle for him, and this year his ERA is just 1.71. And meanwhile, Fernando has the Yankees-Astros game on his phone. Astros were winning by 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Of course, the Yankees tied it with a 3-run jack. So that was interesting. And you know what? We've moved back a couple rows. Fernando Sr. right there. Or actually, you're Fernando the third, right?
Yeah.
And you're Fernando the fourth?
Yeah.
Cool. So right now, 7th inning, and down here, there are some churros. So I'm going to sit here and take a big old bite of my dessert. After Cedric Mullins, the Orioles center fielder, made a fantastic catch to end the 8th inning, a whole lot of White Sox fans decided that they had seen enough. And it was probably a good move because in the top of the 9th, the Orioles tacked on one additional run. And then, well, the Sox made things interesting in the bottom of the 9th. Sebi Zavala led off with a double down the left field line, and they got another guy on base after that, but could not push anyone across the plate. So they got shut out. Final score tonight, Orioles 4, White Sox nothing. And Adley Rutschman, he had 2 hits, 2 extra base hits, and knocked in 3 runs. So he's really starting to heat up. And I have to say that Baltimore did not look like a last place team tonight. All parts of their game were firing. Now, as all the players were clearing the field, Fernando and I went down to the front row in the regular seats by this little tunnel where the umpires walk out. John Tumpane, who was working the dish tonight, tossed up a ball to us. I snagged that one, and then I handed it to Fernando, and then another employee just moments later threw us another. So that was a great ending to this really, really fun day. Perfect weather, lots of batting practice. The Orioles were being so cool. Huge thanks to them, and congrats on that win. And so that's pretty much it. Many, many baseballs were snagged, and I just got to throw it back to these guys over here. My man, thank you both so much. And guys watching, if you want to do a Watch with Zack game, check the description. I'll throw a link there to some FAQs. That explains how it all works. So read that before you get in touch. And yeah, we'll definitely be in touch. Hopefully see you guys in Houston at some point. Maybe connect again on the road somewhere. Tomorrow, I'll be in Milwaukee. They won't, it's just me, and I have a little surprise for that video, bringing something fun to the stadium. So get ready for it, and yeah, good night everyone. Thanks for watching.